Did you have that kind
of
thought?
No, it was I want to live.
And is it I'm disgusting, I want to change?
No, it was like something. It was like something clicked.
Something stepped in.
And I've heard the terminology, spiritual awakening.
Yeah.
And I used to really kind of like sneer at that whole thing and the whole idea of God and everything. And for me, it's something happened, it shifted, and it did take a long time. It wasn't like it was just overnight. All of a sudden, I was this happy guy. I mean, I had to reprogram myself.
And for you and for me that deals with addicts all the time, people out there, they hear your story of near-death overdosing. That wasn't enough. No, it's never enough. That's not enough.
Never enough.
No, it's a brain disease where your brain doesn't properly perceive the consequence of what it's doing. It just wants to use, and nothing else matters.
I mean, I do believe that I'm an addict on one level or another at all times.
Of course.
I do believe that when I'm writing music, I get addicted to the concept of, what the outcome of the song is, or the passion behind the lyrics. In photography, I feel like that, I really get into an addictive mode when I'm really shooting, and then I'll kind of will pull back and I'll go into something else. It's a great thing when it's a healthy thing,
yes.
But I have to keep an eye on it all the time because it's a behavioral thing.
It's doing push-ups. Trust me. Right now, while we're talking, your disease is doing push-ups. It's waiting for you. Now, I actually really kind of got sucked into your book. I got to tell you something because I've known you a while, and I feel like I feel like I got closer to you reading this book.
Thank you.
And the part that haunted me, and I'm using that word intentionally, was this idea of you being a phantom or a ghost. And your dad being a ghost, and your sister Lisa being a ghost. Seemed like that's a theme that really haunted you as a kid.
There was a moment at Funny Farm, my photography studio, which there's a photo in there where I did a self-portrait, and I was trying to describe my photography, because it was really going to be a photography book. And as I was trying to describe it, I kind of had this moment where I looked around my studio and I went, everything in here is about my sister, Lisa. There was a lot of stuff in there that was like I'd been trying to kind of
tell people that story. You and I know it, but tell for the people at home what this is all about.
Well, I mean, she was born with Down syndrome, and she was basically
wheelchair-bound,
blind,
deaf.
Yes, and she wasn't supposed to live past. They're not supposed Down syndrome in her severe case. Not supposed to live past like 6 years old. And she did live to be 36 years old. But at the time, and God bless my mother, she did tell me later, because there was these moments of anger, fits of rage that I would have when I would come bubbling up. It's like, I have a sister. Where is this person? And, I look back and it was 1960s, early 60s. My mom was very young. She had me. What do you do with this child? They institutionalized.
Well, that's what they did back then.
That's what they did back then.
But it really haunted you. When I read that part about her, it really affected me rather deeply.
Yeah.
That it feels like a lot of your pain is around those sorts of losses, and Lisa sort of was the core focus of that. We have to take a break.
Okay.
When we come back, we're going to talk to Nikki some more. We're going to meet a woman who, I don't know, maybe she's like Lisa for you. She's inspired Nikki.
Yeah.
And you got to see this to see how. And here's Nikki in action with the crew singing Dr. Feelgood.